actually have all died and we're in hell.
Okay, so
What?
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah?
Coming back off a brief 2 year hiatus. Uh,
Previous 2 years.
this
Well, in dog years, it probably would be.
stuff comes up. So,
What's up?
um, but coming back to it, and tonight we're going to be playing some blueprints. Let me fire the game up and get us into here.
Okay, home.
Now, this game uh,
There.
was really popular a
Probably a bit ago.
few years ago. Uh,
Wasn't a few years. It was like a year or so.
yeah, it's
We're not playing it new, that's for sure.
yeah,
You've probably seen it.
yeah, and having the same problem with getting the audio from the game working. But there. Uh, this is a roguelike deck building point and click adventure game.
With really good puzzle elements.
Which makes no sense. It is an insane combination,
And it works.
but it works really well. This is one of my favorite games of all time. So, um, let's go ahead and fire up a new game, and we'll get into it. Now, because I have completed a bunch of additional stuff on my main game, my personal one, we have these options. We're going to go into the bequest mode, which is the standard mode. Maybe at some point we'll explore dare or curse mode, but here we go. I apologize if you can hear my heater in the background.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert
o'clock.
Yeah.
We can go.
This is day 1. So, despite what it says in the intro, as far as I'm aware, you have no time limit for completing this game.
Don't quote us on that, though. We don't know.
Yeah, it might be that you have only a set number of days to find the 46th room, but if there is a limit, it's a large limit, so not something that we should worry about. Let's go ahead and saunter into our mansion here. And open only in the event of my death. Well, sounds good. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies behind any particular door.
Yeah, it's going to be terrible when you need to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Herbert S. Sinclair. And here we go. The Mount Holly Blueprint. So this is our map. As you can see, it's a little empty. The entrance hall every day is going to be right here, and the antechamber every day is going to be right here. We need to get from this entrance hall to the antechamber to get to the 46th room. These are the only 2 rooms in this mansion that are set. Everything else is going to be determined by our progress through the game. But before we start, let's take a nice look around here. You got some neat art on the walls. You got a clock. These clocks actually work. This is accurate time. Not it's in-game time, not my clock on my computer or anything. And
you just kind of want to doodle on like those busts with give them mustaches or something.
This one has a little pencil-thin mustache on him. There's some art on the wall. See what I mean?
Somebody already came in with the pencil to draw it on.
Yep.
Duh.
There's some art on the wall here. This is a face card. This is an ace. Face, ace. They're exactly the same word, except one has 1 letter difference.
That'll be important for those playing alone.
That is important, and we should write down that the entrance hall is an F. We'll explain why.
That's really harsh grading.
Yeah. Let's explore the grounds a bit. Because we can actually go outside the mansion. Neat little well here. And there's a path here, but the door is locked, so we can't get through it. That's okay. Something for another day. The mansion, as you can see, looks kind of cobbled together. Down here, we have a few other things. A passageway that's boarded up. A platform here. Oh, look at that. That's the titular Mount Holly. Little bird feeder. It's all very classy. And then back here, we have a tunnel with a bunch of crates.
Neat.
Neat. But the crates are blocking our way, so we can't continue down that way. Meanwhile, if we just jog back here, the driveway gate is open. Let's ditch this place. Another bird feeder. A mysterious metal door with no handle. This gate is locked, so you can't actually leave the grounds of the manor. But there's still a little more to see. Over here's our campsite. This is where we're actually staying.
It's going to be terrible come winter.
Yep. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You may call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu to return to the campsite for the night. Interesting.
I'm gonna clue everybody in. I hate camping. If I cannot have a bed, I am grumpy the next day.
Here we have an orchard, but it is locked with a combination lock. So we'll need a combination for that before we can get to that. And if we mosey on over here, a cave of some sort that's also sealed off. So already you can see there's a few mysteries just lying around. This is a game that requires you to
Probably
soak in.
take notes.
Yeah, you want to soak in all the details of everywhere you go. This is so mysterious. Just the sheer amount of stuff that's going on in this game. And I'm not even sure that the fan community has figured everything out yet. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. Right here, we got 44 left. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Alright, well let's get going here with this roguelike deck building, point and click adventure game nonsense. We go up to any door and click on it, and we get 3 rooms. We can draft one of them here. If we hit tab, we can see where it's going to go. And if we hover over, we can see what we're getting. If we put a bedroom here, we gain 2 steps every time we enter the room. If we do a closet here, it's a dead end, but there's 2 items in it. Or we can do a hallway. I'm going to do a hallway. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Here's a pine tree and a pin. Pine, pin. E. F, E.
I hope you don't expect me to be taking notes for you. That's not my job.
No, I should be taking notes myself, but
I'm too lazy.
Yeah. All right. So here we got either the pantry, the storeroom, which is a dead end, but it gives us a key, a gem, and a coin, or the bedroom, which again gives us 2 steps whenever we enter the room. Let's do the pantry. Oh, look at that, some fruit. That'll give us 2 steps. And there's 4 coins. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry.
So that would denote that the change was what you picked up.
Yep. And yes, that is specific. Over here, we have a tag and a stag. S. F-E-S. Now I could continue on this way, but I'm going to double back. And yeah, that is a lot of fruit.
It's a big house.
It's a big house. Now, here's our first red room. Red rooms are always a bad thing.
Well, not always. They can still have some good qualities.
Yes.
But they usually.
But their main thing is negative. In the case of the lavatory, it's just a dead end with no benefits to you. It's probably the least harmful red room that you can get. We've got our closet, or we've got a spare room, which doesn't do anything, but it doesn't hurt us, and it gives us a path forward. So I'm going to do the spare room. There is no art in the spare room, so we don't know what the letter for this room is. And then we've got the parlor, the storeroom, or the bedroom. Well, let's put in the parlor. Mr. Sinclair himself. Again, no art hanging on the walls, so we don't... Oh, wait.
Yes, there is.
There is. What is that, a flan? And sand?
That doesn't seem right.
That doesn't seem right.
But how about desert and dessert?
Oh! Yeah, there you go. Desert, dessert. 1 S. So, S something F-E-S. I'll spoil this a little bit. The spare room's letter is A. Safes. It's only part of the message, obviously. And here we have a wind-up key. May the 2nd. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 are always empty.
And here we have the key to Nick's bane of existence. I hate this puzzle. Full stop, hate it. Hate, 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 hate. It's like one of us tells the truth, one of us always lies. I'm going to hurt both of you. Then one of you is going to tell me to stop. The other one who doesn't, you're the liar. Duh.
And look at that. There's a little chess pawn in...
Aww.
But yes, this is the black box. This is obviously not the black box, so this is a liar box. This is the black box. This is also not the black box, so this is another liar box. The black box is not empty. Now, we know that this box is lying, and we know this box is lying, so we know that this one has to be a truth-telling box. So it's saying that it's not empty. Let's try it. And ta-da! 2 gems. That will help us. Alright. So now we can either draft the den, the nook, or the lavatory. That key is tempting, but I'm going to draft the den. The den has a gem right here. And a chess pawn right there, golden color. And there are a lot of clocks in this room.
Huh.
A lot of clocks. I feel like there should be some secret to this room, but I've never found one. It's just kind of here. Plane, plan, an E. Okay. A lot of books here too.
We have a lot of books too. Well, we had a lot more, but...
Yes, Anya, all the clocks are accurate. They're all set to the same time, and it's the current time of day, which is almost 10:30, it looks like.
I do have a wonder. It's something I don't think we've ever done, but stayed completely in a place till the time rolled over to the next day.
I've never tried that. I might have to try that.
See if anything actually happens.
Yeah.
Might be the key to that room's whatever.
Now, we've got either the guest bedroom, which gives us 10 more steps, the storeroom, which gives us a key, which is something that we need, or the drawing room. I'm going to do the drawing room because I want to show what happens when you have a doorway that's facing a blank wall, like we have in this arrangement here, where there's south exit from the drawing room, but there's no north exit from the spare room. You end up with this.
Oh no!
And you can't pass through these.
That's a fire hazard. Never do this.
Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Good to know. This drawing room has a lot of paintings in it. Or, well, pictures, not paintings. They're like drawings. We'll
come back to this.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this means. Well, I do, but I don't
She,
remember.
she does.
I don't remember. I literally do not remember.
And there's a phone, another clock, and a picture of Herbert Sinclair. But I want to point out something interesting in this picture. Right here, the one candlestick is off kilter. Oh ho ho ho. A safe. Unfortunately, the safe has a combination lock, and we don't know what the combination is. So, oh, and here's our art pair for this room. Stairs, stars. I. So E-I.
E-I-O?
Very likely. We'll come back to the safe in this room. I'll show you what they mean by redrawing. See, now we have a choice between either the chapel, the nook, or the courtyard. The courtyard costs us a gem if we want to put it in. So that's something to consider. The chapel costs us a coin every time we enter it. But if we don't like any of these, we can redraw, because this room allows us to do that. And now we have a corridor. The corridor is always unlocked, so there's never a locked door in here. The storeroom, which would give us a key, or the passageway. Now, the passageway costs 2 gems, but it has 4 exits. I'm going to go for the storeroom because I want that key. We're going to eventually start hitting locked rooms. There's a coin. There's our key. And there's a gem. A little model of something. I'm not really sure what. Another chess pawn.
What's the model?
It's this.
Oh, like.
It's like a little house or room or something. I'm not clear on what it is. There's a little rocking horse over here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Over here we have a bridge and a bride. And that's a G. So E-I-G A. That's not me saying the letter A. That's me sounding out E-I-G. A. Ig. Okay. To continue on, we're going to have to go back a little bit. I'm going to go back a lot a bit. I like to take a very methodical approach to exploring the mansion, and I like to double back a lot. It wastes steps, but frankly, we're unlikely to find room 46 on our first day. It's possible, but it's very unlikely.
I'm sure somebody has done it. Just because they're probably an amazing Chad like that.
There's an achievement for it, so it's possible to do, but it's extremely, extremely unlikely.
I want to meet the mad Chad that does it.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
So here we go. We've got a kitchen that we can buy food from. Food gives us more steps. We only have 5 coins, though. Bedroom, that's probably a faster way to get steps, so let's put that in. And the lavatory, of course, is a dead end. So here we go. We gain 2 steps for entering. Greetings from Reddington. Interesting. No chess pieces. Oh, yep, there is a chess piece. Another gold pawn. And what's this? A locked trunk. I want to save my key, so I'm not going to open it. But these can appear randomly in some rooms, and they can contain keys, money, gems, or a mix. Or sometimes they contain items. However, we will continue on here. We can either do the guest bedroom, which is 10 more steps.
I just love how it could be a locked chest that contains a key that you need a key to unlock the chest.
Yeah.
Kind of defeats the purpose.
I'm probably going to go with the chapel. The chapel is honestly not that bad. We don't have a lot of coins, but losing one coin when you enter it isn't that big of a deal. The other option we have is the patio, which we'd have to spend a gem for, but it puts gems in every green room, so then we would get that gem back. But we'll go with the chapel. And there we go, we lost a coin.
You just didn't finish your dindins. Are you okay? Your brother did.
Now we've got these stained glass windows here.
Oh.
This one looks like a maid with a broom, and it's got a
Actually, kind of looks like
Roman
a chick with a sword. Hey, it's Joan of Arc.
Here's one with a hole. It says 1. Where's 2? Here's 2. Looks like she's got a chef's hat and a cooking paddle. 3 has
I think that
a
would be a
pitchfork.
frying. I can tell you're not in the kitchen much. You called it a cooking paddle instead of a frying pan.
I'm pretty sure it's that's not a frying pan. That's clearly like 6 feet long. That's like a pizza paddle.
Oh, a peel.
Yeah, one of those. Here's a chimney sweep angel. That's number 4. 5 we already saw. That's the broom. And 6, the riding crop angel. Interesting. Significance of that, not immediately obvious.
Everything in this game has significance. Like,
Quite a bit of it
everything.
does, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it is. We just haven't found everything.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. We can do the veranda, the lavatory, or the closet. The veranda costs us 2 gems, but has a greater chance of us finding items inside green rooms. We have to pay for every green room if you haven't caught on to that yet. I'm going to go with the closet. It is a dead end, and that does limit us to 1 active room, but
2 keys?
we netted 2 keys. Oh, the silver key. And now we lose another coin, but since we have the silver key and 2 regular keys, I am going to open this trunk. Gamble on it. We got coins and ivory dice. While drafting, you may use a dice to roll new floor plans. That is extremely helpful. And I forgot to look at the art in those other 2 rooms.
Oopsies.
Oops. It spells out 8. And I don't think there's art in the closet.
There is.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Don't worry about it.
I'm not
You
going
can just go back and look at your footage and find out.
Yeah. All right. What do we have here?
This is definitely Urban Explorer the game. Like,
Yeah.
You're going to be too busy looking at everything.
Let's put the nook in. We haven't put in the nook yet. bird and a boat. Or crow, row.
Hey.
So that would be C. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey.
They're not lying.
They're not. It is very helpful to have something to write down. Here's a chess piece, a rook.
Pardon my blows.
Hey, shoot. Yes, I am alive.
It's been a while.
It has been. It's, just a few years. Let's see here. We got the dining room, the utility closet, or security. Yes, it's been 2 years. Shoot. Let's see. What do I want to put in? Yeah, I know. Time really flies when you're not streaming. I guess. Let's put in security. Oh, does my stream still say that I'm doing raft?
Probably.
Yeah. No, this is not raft. This is blueprints.
You
I'll-
always forget
I
that.
always forget to change that.
You know what would be freaky is if there was a warm cup of coffee sitting there.
I think there is.
It's like, oh, someone's been watching me.
Blueprints. Shoot 2 words, and the second word is prince, like a prince or a
A
king.
member of nobility.
Yeah. And this is it for today. Yeah, there is a cup of coffee here. Looks like it's scribbled.
Actually, it might just be a mug of paper clips.
Yeah. Here's our art tier and tie. So R. Staff notice. Effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. As your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of the electronic computer terminals on the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Terminal password scratched out. You can almost read that terminal password, but you can't quite make it out.
That's not good.
Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. Interesting. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. A fun little detail here, as you move around, you can see your character on the security cam in security moves around with you. It's kind of jerky and sudden, but it happens. All of these are rooms that are in the estate. You can find every one of these. And there's a computer here. Alright. So let's see. View estate inventory. There's nothing. Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. The keycard system is currently operational. We can go into the system settings and set security level and change offline mode. The offline mode is what happens when the power is disabled to the security doors. It defaults to locked, but you can set it to unlocked. And we can set security level to low, medium, or high. This determines how likely it is that you'll run across a security locked door. And we can log into the network, but we need a terminal password. Incorrect password. Not surprising. Okay. So that's about as far as we can go today, because this is a security locked door and we need an electronic key card to open this, and we don't have it. So that's as far as we got. Just these many rooms. But that's okay. We found a lot of interesting stuff. Here's a rook, or not a rook, a knight for our chess piece collection. And look at this. Blue memos equals true, red memos equals lies, unless written by hand. You can barely make that out. So, back here, this note about the antechamber being unlocked, access levers are no longer required, that's a lie. Access levers are required. So we got to be on the lookout for those. And earlier we saw a note that said the doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. That's also a lie. The doors are equally likely to be locked in either wing. Sadly, we won't be able to use our silver key. We're going to have to call it a day. We have no way of progressing further. So that was our first day. Mount Holly is a small cottage. 14 rooms. Highest rank was 3. Rank is how far up the grid you get. 33 steps taken. We found 2 items. Save and continue, please.
My phone was beeping.
Okay, day 2. We're restocked with 50 steps, and we're back in the entrance hall, and everything is wiped out. You'll notice that the art in the entrance hall is the same, face and ace. The art is always the same in each grid space, but not necessarily each room. Like last time we had a hallway here. This time, let's put in the utility closet so we can demonstrate the utility of that breaker box. here we go. Pine and Pin. These are the same pictures that were in the hallway last time. Now they're in the utility room. So here we can turn the keycard entry system off. That will make it so that if we run into a keycard door, instead of requiring a keycard, it'll just default to its to the state that's set in security, which yesterday we set it to unlocked, but it's going to reset today, so we have to get to security to change that to unlocked again before those will be unlocked. And as far as the cause of the hiatus shoot, it was nothing much, just life in general, getting in the way with stuff.
Stress happens.
Yeah. Let's turn off power to the gymnasium. I'll explain why in a bit. The dark room we want on, and the garage we want on. There's not much in here. Almost thought there was an item there, but there's not. And these vac indicators, you can play around with them. But unless you know what you're doing, you won't get very far.
And even if you do know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I think we struggled with that one a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to put in the Nook because that's the only one that has a pathway out of it. Everything's the same except the art on the wall is different. Now we get pray and pry. So A. Safes. Alright, let's see what's beyond this door. We could put in the den. We could put in the parlor. Or we could put in a bedroom for extra steps. Let's put in the parlor. I like the parlor.
Oh, this game again.
Now you'll notice that these windows are closed up. If the parlor happens to be on the outside wall of the estate, they'll be opened up and you can see things. Oh, here's an apple. We got a few steps anyway. Take the wind-up key, and here we go. Puzzle number 2. There are 3 boxes in this room. That is true. So you are a truth-telling box. 2 boxes in this room are empty. That is true. So you are true. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. You have to be false. So this box is not empty. And it has our gems.
I hate this puzzle. I still hate this puzzle. It gets harder.
Yeah, they get
way
harder. The puzzle changes every day, and yeah, they can get very hard. Let's put in the chapel. We don't have any coins to lose. If you don't have any coins, it doesn't cost you anything. This is a good place to put in the guest bedroom. We haven't had that room yet. So here we are, the guest bedroom. Yes, Anya, I'll show you what the stained glass windows look like in a second. There's a key. That key is one of the random items that you sometimes get in rooms. It can just happen. So we got lucky this time. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoy your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly. That looks like a KL?
My other least favorite puzzle, involving math. Sorry.
And here again, we've got dessert and desert.
Make sure to look at them stained glass.
Yes. So these stained glass windows. Oh, and we missed that one. They have angels on them, and each angel is wearing a different hat and carrying a different implement, and they're numbered. That one's number 1. Number 2, I'm telling you, that's a pizza paddle thing. Number 3 is a gardener with a pitchfork. 4 is the chimney sweep. 5 has a broom. 6 has a riding crop, and the one we missed last time, 7 has a scepter and a shield.
I mean, it could still be a frying pan. I mean, for those of us that really don't want to get too close to the stove.
It could be. All right, let's go back here.
You are just in some sort of kitty heaven tonight, aren't you?
Let's plop the den down right here. And again, this is what happens if you draft a doorway facing a wall. You get this. It just means that it's not passable. Oh, hello. A locked trunk. I'm going to save my keys for right now, but we might have to come back to that. We can draft the observatory, but that's going to make it so we only have one exit total. We could do the closet again or the corridor. I'm going to do the corridor. I do want to draft the observatory at some point, but for right now, the corridor it is. Bat, bath, H.
Top hat. Too bad you can't wear it.
This one's a T. It's going to be 8. 8 safes. This is a tough choice. I could put in the pantry and then we can see what's down here, but then we have to double back to the chapel to make any progress, and we only have the one door. Or we can put in the kitchen. I'm going to put in the kitchen. It costs us a gem, but it's worth it in my opinion.
It's a nice kitchen.
It's not bad.
Mine's better.
Dog food bowl and dish.
Hey, if there's a dog food bowl, it means there's dogs.
Yep. And here is our menu. We can spend 2 coins for a banana, 8 coins for a club sandwich, 5 coins for a chef salad. The main course is a porterhouse steak, but it's served only in the dining room. We don't have any coins, so this doesn't help us. And here is coal and car. Wait. No, car and cart.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. So T. Like I said, 8. 8 safes.
And 1 kitty.
Yeah.
Who's getting the pettings.
Now,
I'll be right back.
what's in here? I do like the commissary, but again, we don't have any money, so it's kind of pointless. I'm going to put in the storeroom. let's see here. There's P and peak. That's a K. We're gonna lose that coin when we go back through the chapel.
Hey, at least it's not like regular church where it takes 20%.
Yeah.
Or is it 15? I forget.
I think it's 15. Okay.
It's too much if you ask me.
Let's put in the closet or the spare room because this is the only way we have of moving forward. West Wing Hall. There we go. Room with multiple exits.
Oh, yeah, my nose hurts.
That's what we
That's
needed.
really uncomfortable. But that's okay.
Oh. This room is all boarded up.
What? Did you go in the wrong spot?
Nope. Staff notice, June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any may draft.
So we're stuck.
So Lady Clara Epson died. That's a bummer.
Who's Lady Clara Epson?
I have no idea.
Yeah, me either.
Let's see here. Now we have a car and a face card. Car and card. So D.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come here. My little sponge cake.
Alrighty.
I want to snuggle.
The drawing room is worth putting in because doors and you can redraw from as a special effect from going into this room.
Oh, because it's a drawing room. I get it.
Yep. And there's coat and cot. So A. Whoa.
That was a look at the ceiling.
Mouse decided it wanted to. And again.
Must have been scared by the cat because it's a mouse.
Dot 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 dot. So again, there's that safe there, but we still don't have the password for it. And we want this door first, I think. I like to explore the lower ranks first.
Hey, there's your dark room.
There's the dark room. I'm not going to put it in, though. I'm going to put in the pantry because it angles in the correct way. Although I should have put the dark room in because we have the utility closet.
The breaker box.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Tie and tier. So R. I guess let's put in the hallway. Road, rod. So A.
There could be sometimes chests in like any room. I think you can have chests in any room, if I'm not mistaken. They
You
just show up.
can. What was I going to say?
It's okay.
For that room to have chests in it, you have to upgrade the room, which is something that we haven't discussed yet. But let's go ahead and put in the boudoir because we haven't had that yet. Nice place.
Why did you have a pillow under the Chase Lounge?
Why wouldn't you? Oh, look at that. It's Christmas. And there's a safe. And they're unwrapping it.
Aw.
That's very interesting.
Very festive.
Yeah. And
Man, to be here on Christmas Day, that would be amazing.
yeah. You can actually come here on Christmas Day. Here's our drawings here. Stage and sage, so T. But back here, oh ho ho ho,
Is our safe.
a safe. And we saw that it was delivered on December 25th.
So let's give it a shot.
Enter. Ho ho. We cracked our first safe. There's another gem. And a red envelope marked 4. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance from the public record. It is no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your own niece that you would play the king's scullion, not sure what that means, and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not by that same display of weakness clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Interesting.
I have no idea how everybody is related.
And as Anya noted, this is a red letter, but it's handwritten, so it's true. That is a true letter that somebody wrote. Daniel, whoever Daniel is. Alrighty. The dark room looks like a good place. This is a good place to put the dark room in.
Which has light.
No.
You have to go. This is kind of what you have to do. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Every time you go in, it flickers off.
Yep.
And you need to flick it back on.
Racing back to our utility closet. Spending 1,000,000 steps, but it's worth it. Trust me. Dark room. On. Let's head back there. Once again, we passed through the chapel, so we've lost a lot of money to that.
You've lost half. Half of what you've made today.
Yep. Let's see here. Dark room, dark room, dark room. Where are you? Here we go. The dark room. But the lights are on. Normally the lights are off. And what really sucks is that you can't see when you draft rooms from here. Some interesting photos. Oh, he's got a note there. Can't read it though.
Get close and squint.
More photos. More photos.
Of his camera. He must have been proud of that camera.
A gem. That's a picture of the orchard. And if we had a magnifying glass, we could maybe see what the code to the orchard is. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said that the last development was too dark to keep an eye on. Was too dark, so keep an eye on that.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yep. Now we have another one of these electronically locked doors. Oh, here's our fur and fire. So E. We have another one of these electronically locked doors. It's not powered on because we powered that off, but it's still locked, so we can't draft from it.
Need
But
security.
we can continue to go down here. We can put in the lavatory. That's not hurting us at all.
We're getting out of your roster.
Yeah. So this is the lavatory.
Now's a chance to like relieve yourself because it'll probably be like another week before you find it again.
Yeah. And here we have clock and lock. So C. There's nothing in the lavatory. It's just a dead end. That's why it's a red room. Okay, we're running low on steps. But let's continue onward. Dining room. This is not a bad room to put in. But we have to reach rank 8 before we can eat. Oh, hey, look at that. Somebody left us some money.
You should explain what rank is because you've said it a few times.
Yes, rank is the level from the bottom of the screen to the top. So rank 8 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have to get to one of these rooms before we can access the dining room's food. And just as a side note, look, we've got a little red letter icon. So that's cool.
I didn't see that.
Yep.
Huh.
And anything else? Another chess piece.
You're just pawns. You're just a pawn in this wicked man's game.
Yeah.
Hey, security.
Security.
Oof, but 8 steps. You might get lucky and find an apple in there.
Yeah.
Or a stale cup of coffee.
From security, we can go over here and set security level. We might as well set it to high because we're going to change the offline mode to unlocked. There. High means we're more likely to run into them. And they're unlocked now. We could double back to the dark room, but as Nick said, we've only got 8 steps left.
Now you got
7. So we will instead continue pressing on. This door is locked. Well, use a key. We're bound to get one eventually. Closet, I guess. The bedroom really just gives us back the steps it takes to get in and out of the bedroom. An ivory die, that's nice. A compass. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Interesting. Oh, and here's the art. Cart and chart. So H. And the art here is tiger tear. So G.
Hi. Kitty.
Okay. We've got 4 steps left, then we're going to be forced to call it a day. If we do the terrace, then it's game over for the day. Let's pay the coin, or the gem, and put in a courtyard.
A shovel. This is so you can dig up your dead relatives and ask them what the heck is going on.
And with the shovel, you can dig at dig spots like this. Hey, a turnip. That's 6 steps. The shovel is one of the most useful items in the game, so we were very lucky to run into it here.
Notice how you dug it up, did not rinse it off, and just shoved it in your mouth raw.
Yup. How else would you eat a turnip?
Cooking it? Hey, billiard.
We could do the billiard room,
Show off.
or the garage.
Garage does give you 3 keys, but then there's no exit. Oh.
Yeah, but we've got.
But you don't have the.
Let's do the garage.
Okay. You do get 3 keys.
We've got the power on to the garage, so that's important. 3 keys. If we had the key to the car, we could open up this and there would be something in it. But because we have power on, we can open up a new path.
Yeah, let's go take a look outside.
Oh, don't forget, grain and rain. So G. And that's a very dark oil slick. Christoph, this is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship, your absence must be accounted for. Mrs. Babbage. That's a red note, but it's handwritten, so it's true. Here we are on the West Path. Okay, so that just leads to a closed off gate.
Is there any spots to dig out here?
No, there are not, unfortunately. But there is this little trail here.
In a bird bath?
Yup. A little plank of wood. More bird baths.
Oh.
And remember, this door was locked. Well, it's locked from this side.
Okay, I'm calling foul because you could have literally just reached over and opened it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
This is a permanent change. This does not reset each day. So now we permanently have access to this side of the estate. Not the garage.
But why would we want that? You say, questioning.
Well, because of this. Interesting. Let's go ahead and let's put in the hovel.
You do have the shovel.
Well, the root cellar would be the best option for having the shovel.
No, because there's usually a dig spot.
Let's just take the tin can. That's nothing. There's a note on the table there. We'll check that out in a second. 45 rooms, 2 wings, 9 ranks, 45292. Coincidence? Where is room 46? 2 starting rooms. 7590. Tested my full house theory. No luck as expected. Antechamber sealed. Oh.
Here I was thinking you were gonna regurgitate and cook that turnip, but no, you're not cooking nothing. You just ate that thing raw.
Yep.
Yeah.
And notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravain, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Ann Babbage, House Manager. Now what the hovel does is, instead of paying gems for special rooms, we would pay steps. But we don't have a lot of steps left, but that's okay because we also don't have any exits left. I kind of purposely put a dead end there so that we could get access to this. But we can do this every day now. We can come out down the path and see what the outer room is going to be. There's a couple of them and they can have some interesting effects. Yeah, let's make a wish. Blink.
What did you wish for?
I wished to call it a day.
Well, wish granted.
So there we go. A mid-sized villa. 24 rooms. Not bad. New rooms 12.
All in all, a good day.
Yup. Okay. Let's start, like I said, by heading out and seeing what our outer room is going to be. Vroom. Okay, we can do the shelter, the trading post, or the root cellar. Let's do the shelter. This protects you from the negative effects of the first three red rooms draft. There's no artwork in the outer rooms, by the way, or at least not that relates to the pairs of artwork in normal rooms. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the three of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. That's an interesting and slightly ominous note. Mount Holly bomb shelter. Time lock safe. Shelter's time lock safe can be accessed by setting an unlocked date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Interesting. We don't know what date it is, and we don't know what time it is off the top of our heads, but there's ways to find out what time it is. Radiation monitor. Let's see here. Measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. These readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USUV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Interesting. But it's only at 0.5. We could log into the network from here if we knew the password.
And that must be said time lock safe.
Yup.
So once we figure out a date and time.
Yeah. It's the date that's got us kind of tripped up here. We know that it's sometime late in the year.
And there's clocks everywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, what's on the table?
Time is, I'll show you in a second. Time is almost 7:30. Which table were you referring to? This one?
No, there's a white thing on the table.
Yeah, this is the letter that...
What's the date? Does it have a date?
It does not have a date.
Damn. Because that could have been refigured out too.
Yeah. Parlor or Nook? 2 gems or 1 key? Let's put in the Nook. Keys seem to be harder to get. And hallway seems nice here. Where do I want bedroom? Let's do bedroom. Oh, it's a very lovely lady with some kind of moon amulet.
And a statue of a finger.
Now we can put the chapel in here. The chapel will not do anything harmful to us anymore. Or we can put in the parlor or the pantry. I'm going to put in the parlor. The protection against red rooms thing, we kind of want to save that for a red room that's really going to bite us. This box is the black box. No, it's not. This box is the blue box. No, it's not. The box that claims to be black has the gems. So they must be in here. Ding ding. Okay. Let's zip back real quick. Spare room, I guess. The locksmith, or the closet, or the pantry. I'm tempted to put the locksmith in just because we haven't seen it before, but I'll do the pantry. There's usually fruit in the pantry. Alright. Coat check. You can check an item and retrieve it on another day. That's kind of helpful if you've got a good item like the shovel. Let's put in the drawing room. It costs a gem, but it's just too valuable to just being able to redraw. Okay, we can put the den. Yeah, let's put the den in. Get our gem back. Alright, so let's put in the storeroom. Oh, hello. You weren't in here the other day. A large battery pack. The battery pack does nothing on its own, but when combined with other items, it's very useful. Yeah, let's do the guest bedroom. Oh. A magnifying glass. Shame we didn't have that the other day. Oh yeah, a random basketball in that room. I do want to put the observatory in at some point. Today seems as good a day as any to do it, I guess. So, this is the observatory. Our artwork is Crow and Row again. Weird looking globe. That's definitely not Earth. The fixed stars, the stargazer's companion to constellations. We can actually use our magnifying glass. This book contains a complete star base, a list of constellations, and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify these constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star gives you 1 gold. The Twins adds 2 trunks to the entrance hall. The Slice gives you 3 steps. Diamondus Minor gives you 1 gem. Southern Cross makes rooms with 4 doors more common. That can be a mixed bag because a lot of doors or a lot of rooms with 4 doors are red rooms. Farmer's Apple, apples are extra delicious today. That makes it so that apples give you more steps. Clavis the Key gives you a key. Diamondus Major gives you 5 gems. Draxus the dead end rooms are more common. The Sale, everything is 50% off today. That's a sale in the commissary. That's kind of useful. Florealis, Bloom of the Sky. Green rooms are more likely to contain special quote-unquote flowers today. The special flowers contain gems. So you're more likely to get gems out of green rooms. And that's as far as it goes.
Let's gaze at the stars.
Well, I would like to, but we're not aligned for it. Let's hop up here. Okay, so we can adjust the height up here, and we adjust the positioning over here. And I'm going to show you a secret. Oh, we need it higher. Otherwise, it won't clear the balcony when I swing this around. Now, right here,
Ping.
North Star, we gain 1 coin. Every day we draft the observatory, it adds another star. But I'm going to continue rotating this over to there. And now, let's lower the contraption a bit. Dun dun dun. You found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add the planetarium to your drafting pool? Yes, yes I would. So there are floor plans that you can get and add them to your deck. That's why I said it was a deck building game, remember? The planetarium is by far the easiest one to get.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a fun room. I like it.
It is.
But you have no more doors up.
I don't have any more doors up.
Wait.
In the parlor, I do.
Yeah, you do. I was just about to say, wait a second, let me re-see that. We do. We're not sunk yet, guys.
Okay. The nursery, the dining room, or the corridor. The nursery is nice. Whenever you draft a bedroom, you gain 5 steps. But I'm going to do the dining room because of the exits. Again, you have to wait until you get to rank 8 to get a meal served here.
But nice view.
Nice view of the grounds. Okay, let's continue on. Security, kitchen, we've seen both of those. Let's do the hallway. Security is a nice room to have, but I don't really want to spend my gems right now.
You're kind of running out of...
Yeah.
I would do the 2 items.
You think the 2 items?
I think so. You might get lucky.
Yeah. A gem and an ivory die.
Ivory die's good.
Ivory die is very good. That could very well save the run here in a minute. In fact, it will, because we don't want to put... If we put the bunk room in, it counts as 2 bedrooms, but it's a dead end. Coat check is a dead end. Kitchen costs us a gem. Let's re-roll. Really? That's not a very good re-roll, but we can put in the corridor at least. It's guaranteed to be unlocked. Sand and. So S. Let's do the chapel.
Won't cost you anything. This will be your...
Now you'll notice that down in the lower right it says sheltered. That's because we drafted the shelter earlier today. So the first 3 red rooms do not do anything to us. The lavatory doesn't do anything anyway. Let's go to the billiard room. We haven't been there yet. And you saw the planetarium popped up. So the billiard room. Lots of drinks. Could play some billiards. Cart and chart. Okay, so here's how this game works. Blue means add, so 7 plus 3 is 10. Yellow means subtract, 13 minus 12 is 1. It doesn't tell you this. You have to figure this out on your own.
Through either trial and error like we did, or school.
Yep. And then pink means multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. And the order of operations is going from the center out. So 12 minus 7 is 5 times 4 is 20. There's our silver key again. We might actually get a chance to use it this time. We haven't seen the music room, and it does cost us some gems, but it gives us 2 keys.
Fair enough trade-off.
Always check the artwork. Fire and fur.
There's a lot of things to see in here.
There is. A spare set of car keys. Denoted in verse. I don't know what that means, but it says it. 1. Find here within these first words sung the key you seek in major tongue, but half the sheets are missing from the 4 you hold, the rest far flung. A half note held is quite the pun. Among this scattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys, in bold words sung by you and me, a fractured note, urgent plea, or an urgent plea, in held words sung, I do repeat, and the bold words are first words on the. But half the lyric pages are missing. Oh, the workshop. We haven't seen the workshop yet.
Show them what that does.
What that does is end our run. Right quick. T. Ah, here's 8. Message is the last word. The true box does not always contain the prize. Not only that, but there's sometimes more than one true box. So right here we can combine items, but as you can see, the battery pack and magnifying glass don't make anything, and those are the only items that we have. We don't have the key card for that. So did I see? Oh, yes. A broken lever. But unfortunately, we need another item to add to the battery pack and the broken lever to make anything.
But that's what the workshop does.
Yeah. We still have an exit that we haven't tried. Oh, this door is locked. Hold on one second. I want to see where we're I'll use a regular key on this one. East Wing Hall. I don't think we've had the East Wing Hall before. And that's coast and coat. So S. Let's use the silver key on this one. Let's put in the dark room again. Now that we have a magnifying glass.
But you have no way to keep it lit.
Yes, I do.
Oh, because it's sheltered. Right. I am the not smart today. I am sorry. Now we can see what this says.
11:28. Dun dun dun. So 11:28. We'll have to remember that for tomorrow.
Wasn't there another one in here that had the guy holding the note?
Oh yes. Thank you. I was about to move on. Oh. And here's Stag and Stage. Where is that picture of?
I think it's along the edge.
Hey, Merritt. Welcome to the stream.
No, it's not Raft. Lockpicks.
Ooh, lockpicks.
Nice.
This is awesome.
It's one of these. Whoa, what's this?
This is a new photo. I think that's Mrs. Babbage. Don't recognize the room though. Well, I do, but I'm not supposed to. Because we haven't been there yet. Okay, where?
I know it exists. We saw
Yeah,
it.
here.
There it is.
There it
Aha.
is. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't know who Hartley is. And I don't know where his rooms are. Archives. So I'm going to put this in because it's got 4 doors, but we're sheltered from it, so it won't affect us. But normally when you put in the archives, from then on, every time you go to draft a new room, one of them will be archived and you won't be able to see what it is. And here we have plane and planet. Plane and planet. So
And a
T.
book. Ooh.
Marigold wins Herald Literary Honor. Popular children's writer Marion Marigold adds yet another feather to her scholastic cap when she discovered on Thursday that her picture book Swimbird has been chosen as the Herald Literary Medal Illustrated Book of the Year. This is Marigold's second time winning this prestigious honor. The previous medal was, of course, for her debut effort, left off. She was no stranger to the public eye even before her literary success. The niece and closest living relation of Baron H.S. Sinclair. Oh, so this is our mother. Mary began using Marigold as a pen name to free her from the political associations that one might make with the Sinclair family. Swimbird author never considered herself success. She confided, "My son was the one that actually got me to start writing. I'd always challenged myself to never tell him the same story twice at bedtime, and so we ran out of books we owned. My imagination had to take over from there." Marigold has elaborated in previous interviews that her debut book, Red Prince, is based on her son and his inflexible love of the color red, a statement that has been held with much skepticism by the many pundits that viewed that book as a rather thinly veiled political critique of the Royalist Party and their unwavering blind loyalty to the throne. Interesting. Publisher and author detained by Red Guard and questioned. Caleb Manning and his publisher Philip White were 2 of 3 dozen names that appeared on a leaked dossier naming them a person of interest in the Trinsdale bombing that killed 4 people last Tuesday. Although no group has come forth to officially take responsibility of the attack, it is widely believed by authorities to be the work of the insurgent group RLCF, who also call themselves the Children of Blackwater. Ruffington Press was quick to dismiss the rumors in a statement released on Friday, maintaining that the popular author and Mrs. White were simply victims of an unfortunate happenstance, whatever that means. This would not be the first time that the publishing house has defended a rogue employee. 3 years ago, an associate editor with the company was arrested for criminal conspiracy, though the charges were later dropped. Oops.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this right now. If someone's collecting this, you know they're in on something.
Yeah.
Nobody collects news articles that are just passing news. If they're like, hey, check it out. Buffalo Bill skins his next one. Yeah, there's only one person who's clipping that article.
Yeah. Marigold drops publisher, local author, and popular personality Marion Marigold has announced a split with her long-term publishing partner, Ruffington Press, citing personal reasons. The announcement came after the arrest last week of fellow author and colleague Caleb Manning, whom Marigold has past referred to as her mentor, friend, and confidant. Marigold is the 3rd prominent writer to distance themselves from the publisher this week. Manning and White at press function. I don't see anything unusual in that photograph, but it's always nice to check. Was seen at the corner, suspicious bag under the wave down a local. This is the 3rd major this year.
Why is that cut off weird?
I don't know.
It
is charged by the Crown.
Let's look at it a little closer.
Okay. Manning was the last. The trial begins on.
I'm just looking at the capitals.
Just the capitals. Timtt. Timit.
Maybe it means something. This game is all mystery, and we don't know where they all point to.
Yeah. No trace is discovered of Cinca Eris, but search continues. Mary Matthew Jones, the author and illustrator whose fanciful stories are written under the pen name Marion Marigold, was last seen by a close friend around 3:45 p.m. Friday, getting into a carriage after a late luncheon date at the 100 Bells Tea Room in Trinsdale. Mrs. Jones never arrived home, and the carriage driver cannot be located. Family and local authorities are very concerned, but have not deemed the case foul play. It's an out-of-character incident at this point, and we are seeking information. Priceless jewels stolen in dramatic Royal Museum heist. Thieves in the royal capital of Fen Aries have broken into one of the Crown's fabled closed exhibits. These lavish rooms have historically been reserved exclusively for the use of the aristocracy and high peerage, and access has never been granted to those outside noble circles, at least not until today, as local police and forensic experts have been spotted in virtually every corner of the museum grounds dredging for clues.
I tell ya, like, something manky's going on. You don't save these unless you're involved.
Yeah. This is very interesting. The museum authorities said they were alerted in the middle of the night by reports of several masked intruders seen breaching the south wall and brandishing firearms. The intruders broke into the museum, subdued the royal guard, and disabled the security system. By the time the militia arrived on the scene, the burglars had simply vanished. Although an official registry of the lost jewels has not been publicly announced, among the treasured artifacts rumored to be stolen is the renowned ruby crown of Orinda Aries, the priceless crown jewel. The priceless crown jewel whose material worth pales in comparison to the historic value. If these rumors are true, the evidence may suggest that the theft was politically motivated.
Ooh, politics.
Yeah.
Your family's into some stuff.
Yeah. So our mother is missing. Didn't know that. And didn't this letter say something about somebody giving up something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oof, the weight room. Lose half your steps. That's pretty terrible. I'm not putting it in. But our other options are either the nursery or the laboratory. Let's put in the laboratory.
For science.
Science. And there sure is a lot of it. Well, here's a trunk. This machine requires additional power piped in from the boiling room. Okay. So we can't do anything with that. Periodic table of elements. And it's got a number of...
Gaps?
Well, it's just certain ones are labeled and there's an arrow pointing to this. So somewhere in here there's a real periodic table of elements to compare it with. Right here. So
well, you can't really do anything with it without the boiler room.
Yeah, but the idea here is that you piece together what these in order on the periodic table and it spells out a message, but it's irrelevant right at the moment because we don't have the boiler room.
Hey, could you check that can? And that said,
This?
what is that?
It's a propane tank.
Oh, it looked like a garbage can.
Nah. Effective immediately, electronic mail can only be accessed via the security terminal. But it's a red note, so that's a lie. What can we do from the laboratory? Experiment setup. This is interesting. Let's continue with experiment. Each time you eat an apple, each time you find some trash worth digging, for each bedroom you draft after the second, and then lose 10 steps and gain 20 gold, set your steps to 40, add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. Let's do for each bedroom you draft after your second, set your steps to 40.
How many bedrooms have you put in?
More than 2. So theoretically, the next time I draft a bedroom, it should kick in. Hey, the lockpick kit worked. Gosh, I don't want to put security in. I don't want to spend the gem. I'll take the weight room.
At least this is only a one-time thing, I think.
Yeah, it is. And pilot and plot. So I.
And there's already a security door.
Yep.
Yeah, well. Bunk room.
Yeah. Yeah, let's put in the bunk room.
Have that experiment kick in.
There we go. Sets our steps to 40. And there's 2 bananas in here. Oh, sweet, they got Atari. Oh, you can't play it. Well, we're good on steps now. Oh, there's a little hamster. Oh, he's running his little wheel.
I wonder what his name is. I bet you he smells like sawdust.
Okay. Well,
That was a good experiment.
yeah. I guess let's put in the West Wing Hall. And then, once again, our lock picking saves the day. Let's put in the planetarium. It's a dead end anyway. This is cool. There's actually more to the planetarium than meets the eye. I'm sure you guessed that. Let's see. Tub and tube. Couldn't lock pick. I can afford to do the gymnasium.
Yeah. You're not going to be going in another?
Yeah, those high security doors are killer. Running shoes occasionally save steps when traveling longer distances across the estate and grounds. Oh, that's cool.
Wait, what's the brand? Hooper?
Hoople.
Hoople.
Hoople Sports.
Is there any pictures on the walls?
No, I don't believe so. I'll double check for sure here in a second. Let's see here. There's not really any good options. I'll put in the nursery. That sets our speed thing to 40.
Oh, it's grain and rain.
Is it? Yeah, grain and rain. So the nursery, every time we draft a bedroom, we gain 5 steps. It's kind of late to be drafting it. Hey, a gem.
And the book.
The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. We've read about this. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like our prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, may already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact, in the same room.
Wait, is there different text in that book?
Nope. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said.
Okay. I mean, we have the magnifying glass. We
Yeah.
may as well look at everything.
Yeah. A story about you, if it needs to be said. About a red prince and his book. The red book we just read.
Aw.
Interesting. And here we have flag and
That's a cliff?
yeah.
I don't know this one.
I'm not sure either.
Huh.
Huh.
I don't know that pair. Well, I know we have one more doorway we can take, so.
Yeah. Fortunately, the weight room does not penalize you after you've already done it. You cannot use the lockpick on. Oh, we got 2 more doors we can try.
Ooh. Aw.
Yeah, this one's locked. Not a lot of good options here. I'll pay the gem and do the kitchen just so that we can continue on. Sometimes find fruit in the kitchen, but it looks like not today. We do have 6 coins.
What's the picture say?
I'll check in a second here. There.
Oh, they're on the fridge.
They're on the fridge. Plain and pain. So L. Nuts.
Phooey. Is there
Well-
any other doors?
There are no other doors. This one is locked, and this one is security locked.
And we didn't hear the dinner bell.
Nope. It wouldn't matter even if we did. So.
Well, I mean, we could at least have dinner you put in the dining room.
I don't think we've hit rank 8 though.
That's what I mean. You
Yeah.
didn't hit the dinner bell.
Yeah. Alright. So we're going to have to call it a day, but let's do so in the planetarium because that gives us stars. How do I get to the planetarium from here? Down through the laboratory. And you see the shoe icon lights up occasionally when moving through rooms. So we're going to call it a day here. And now our stars are up to 3. A red inn. 5 red rooms, 5 bedrooms.
Nice.
Interesting.
I love the art. Every time you they always look different. And
Yeah.
it's just, you can see the observatory. It's so cool.
Yep. Alright, I'm going to save and quit. This is a good first taste of blueprints. There's so much more to explore. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will start streaming again on a more regular basis. Until then, we'll be seeing you guys. Take care.